There's no such thing as a small disaster. So when you call 1-800-WATER DAMAGE of North Dakota, we come prepared to restore your life back to normal. From burst pipes to unexpected mold discoveries or fire damage, when things couldn't be worse, we come to you with our best. With empathy, local expertise, and a truck full of seriously powerful equipment. 1-800-WATER DAMAGE of North Dakota. Restoring what matters most. 701-670-2022.
Hello and a happy Monday afternoon to you. This is First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas. We are looking at a mostly cloudy sky across most of the region, though certainly we have seen some blue sky out there as well. So again, by and large, a partly cloudy day across the region. Also, temperatures, as we discussed, is moving into the weekend. It certainly was very cold, still chilly out there, but we are seeing our temperatures begin to warm up. Not warm, certainly, but it is getting a little warmer. That is coming with wind, though, so certainly that wind chill still an impact out there. Let's go ahead and I'm going to pop up full screen for you what we have. And again, you can see a mostly cloudy sky. As we look at our Dakota Magic camera, you can also see those flags whipping around, indicating that that wind is out there, and that wind is relatively strong. Got to go ahead and push ahead to a winter weather advisory that we do have in effect for portions of the region. And what I'm going to do, pop this up full screen again for you, and then in just a second I'm going to pop back, but you can see the area that we are focusing on right now, and that would be those locations that are northern areas. You look at northern Red River Valley, you look at northeast North Dakota, as well as northeast, I should say northwest Minnesota as well. So now we're going to pop myself back full screen and say, what are we looking at here? Again, we talked about parts of Devil's Lake Basin, Grand Forks included, Roseau as well. This starts at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, goes through 6 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Snow along with a wintry mix out there, wind gust up to 50 miles per hour, so that would mean near blizzard-like. In fact, a couple hours a week most likely will be blizzard-like out there. Now, in terms of blizzard warnings, it takes at least 3 consistent hours for it to be considered a blizzard. So again, we're looking at a blizzard-like sort of scenario, but just not that full length of 3 hours. And this is around the morning commute. So again, conditions will be worse as you're heading out the door to head to work, or you're waiting for the bus stop heading to school. So keep that in mind tomorrow morning. Again, this does not include Fargo. Up to an inch, maybe a little more, but for the most part up to an inch of snow. So it's not so much a lot of snow coming down. There will be some ice along with this as well in some areas. In fact, we'll take a look at that in just 1 second. Here's what we're first alerting you to. And again, talking about tonight through Tuesday, Clipper brings a shot of snow and mixed precipitation to the region. This week overall, and really this goes for the extended period, we're going to see up and down temperatures. There are going to be a couple days there where temperatures are well above average, and then a couple where temperatures drop below average, in particular, unfortunately, as we come up to our next weekend. Right now we have a south wind, and that wind, even though it's warming things up, making it feel colder out there because those winds are so strong. And again, you can see 4 o'clock, we're expecting 17 Fargo, 19 Valley City, 15 in Grand Forks. You see some low to mid-20s as well. As we move into the evening and overnight hours, we're looking at midnight now, just starting to see some of that snow, some of the ice, that mix creep into the region. So again, it's going to be very late. We're not going to see that precipitation this evening. It is going to start to move through the region overnight. And it's also going to be a fairly quick move. We move to about 3 a.m. We're seeing some of that scattered activity out there, again, with snow and ice. And again, with the wind combination, so some snow coming down. Even though that snow will have lightened up in most areas, that very strong wind picking up the snow, blowing it around, that's what we anticipate, the blizzard-like conditions right there. We're at 6 a.m. and you can see that's right around or just shy of that morning commute time. Now, our temperatures are on the mild side tomorrow morning compared to what we typically see, but as you might expect with a north wind, those temperatures are going to drop as we move through the day. And just a reminder, 6 a.m., we're still looking at some areas, Roseau, Warroad, Baudette, Bemidji, Park Rapids, Wadena, Fergus Falls, still dealing with some of that snow coming down. So again, while it is a fast-moving clipper, it is going to cause some issues, or potential issues, certainly, for some areas tomorrow morning. And notice our temperatures drop throughout the day tomorrow, teens, by the time we hit 4 o'clock. Now, just as a reminder, Grand Forks and Fargo, at 6 a.m., you're going to be at 28. So temperature dropping by about 14, 15 degrees as we head into the afternoon hours, and that drop will continue as we head into your Tuesday evening. So snowfall potential, here's what we've got for you. Notice, if you remember, that focus of the higher snow and the most snow is going to come northeasternmost areas of our viewing area in Lake of the Woods country. Could see 3, maybe 4 additional inches on top of what we already have in place as this system moves through. 1 to 3 as you head up toward Hallock, toward Langdon. I think Langdon probably a little closer to 0 to 1 inches. And again, I think for most of the areas here in light blue, while we do have the 1 to 3 indicated, I think it's going to be in the lower end. I think the best chance to see the heavier snow is going to be Bemidji, wrapping up the Roseau, Baudette, parts of Thief River as well. You jump southern areas, western areas, we're not concerned about any snow accumulation. What we are looking at is the potential for some ice, and we'll get to that here in just 1 second. Do want to show you our wind speeds, though. And again, what we've got for you, really picking up tomorrow morning in Fargo. So we're seeing 24 miles per hour, 6 a.m. That's strong, but not as strong as it's going to be 10 a.m. Really picking up. Then by 2 o'clock, we're back in the mid-20s. So a breezy day with wind gust really picking up from, let's say, about 6, 7 in the morning through about noon tomorrow. That's when we expect to see those strongest winds. Now we're going to talk about that ice potential. And again, we saw where the most snow is coming down. You look at Fargo-Moorhead, potential for ice. That spreads off into eastern North Dakota and northeast North Dakota as well. So it's more than just snow that we're worried about. Here it is. And it's going to be a light ice, more of a glaze. But again, ice in any form can cause issues, even if it's just a very low amount. So this is the other concern for tomorrow morning with this system. Now, lows, and we mentioned this, our lowest temperatures are actually going to come later in the day. Our temperatures at 6 a.m., we're going to see low 20s, mid 20s, even a few low 30s. You go Jamestown, 33 tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Oaks at 31, Valley City 32. Tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock, notice those numbers across the entire region are colder. 13 Candu, 9 Langdon, 14 Grand Forks, Lakota, 17 Hillsborough. We push off to northwest Minnesota, we're seeing 9 for Roseau. We've got 14 Red Lake and Bemidji, 11 in Bagley, 13 in Mahnomen. Farther south, a little warmer, but still very chilly tomorrow afternoon, especially when you factor in those wind speeds, gusting 20 to 25 miles per hour. Generally cloudy. We'll get a little sunshine in there, I do believe, but for the most part, we are dealing with cloud cover. Wednesday, another day that's going to be very much below the norm for this time of year. Typically by now, we're seeing our average highs 25, 26, 27 across most of the region, and we are not going to be anywhere near that. Still looking at maybe a little bit of light snow on Wednesday, touching the northernmost locations. Most areas on Wednesday are going to be dry, and we are going to get some sunshine. You could see a little bit of light snow, very light snow Wednesday afternoon in areas like Sisseton, Wahpeton, Hankinson. Going to go ahead and jump to the weekend. Just let you know that it is going to be a colder one. We're going to see a bump up in temperature Thursday and Friday to well above average. Then we drop way down Saturday, Sunday. Right now, the weekend, well, first of all, it's about 4 or 5 days away. Right now, it looks like it is going to be dry and we're going to get sunshine. But once again, just like the weekend we came out of, it is going to be very cold. So right now, at least, we're on the bottom half of the roller coaster on our weekends. Hopefully we can see an improvement of that in weeks to come. Here is a look at our 8 to 14-day temperature outlook, though. So this is good news. March the 3rd, that's actually next Tuesday. That goes all the way through the following Monday. So if this plays out, the likely above average during that window, the following weekend, which is 2 weeks away, should be above the average in terms of our temperature. So again, something we'll keep an eye on, but I do want to let you know that that is showing some promise during that area. We look at our 11-day planner, and again, I'm going to pop this up full screen for you, and you can see, talk about that roller coaster effect. We go 15 tomorrow afternoon, 15 for a high on Wednesday, all the way up to 37 on Thursday. Sunshine, really good looking day on Thursday. So there's something to look forward to. Friday, very nice. It will be windy. We're going to see a high of 39. At some point later in the day, Friday evening, that temperature is going to drop off. We're going to see a temperature of right around 10, and that low on Saturday should be 1 instead of 11. I'll make that adjustment. But again, it's going to be 1 Saturday morning with a temperature of 10 for the afternoon. It will be partly cloudy. First day of meteorological spring, not to be confused with spring that comes March 21st was the actual first day of spring, but our meteorological spring starts March 1st and actually ends on May 30th. So 31st, I should say. So we've got 0 for the low, 17 for the high on Sunday. Back up to 30 next Monday. And if you notice overall temperatures above average just slightly. In fact, close to the average for this time of year by the time we get to the first full week of March. Next Tuesday, 30. Next Monday, 30 as well. And by the time we get to next Friday, right now we're looking at closer to 40 degrees. So again, a bump in temperature is on the way, but we do have to go through at least several much colder days. That includes tomorrow and Wednesday. That also includes this upcoming weekend. So a little back and forth there. It's typically what we see this time of year. We start to see late February, March, into early to mid-April. There's a window of quite a few weeks here, really about 8 weeks, where you start to see that a little bit of a battle, where warm air is trying to push in cold air, trying to keep it away. And typically over the next 3 to 4 weeks, colder air more times than not is still winning out, or at least fighting hard. And then we get into late March and April, and it starts to flip, and the warm air typically wins, but then we'll get those shots here and there of some colder air as well. Again, tonight, looking at issues in terms of snow and ice, in particular our northern areas, in particular Lake of the Woods country. Tomorrow morning, not going to be good, especially travel-wise if you're heading out the door tomorrow morning in our northern half of the viewing area. Grand Forks included, because we will see some light snow come down, an inch, maybe a little bit more, but it's that wind gust up to 50 miles per hour. Going to have some slick spots on the road as well, near blizzard conditions at times tomorrow morning, so be aware of that. Otherwise, again, some up and down, some good stuff coming as well in terms of weather, in addition to some of these cold days that we have in the forecast. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday. This weather update has been brought to you by 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE of North Dakota. Have a great evening.
There's no such thing as a small disaster. So when you call 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE of North Dakota, we come prepared to restore your life back to normal. From burst pipes to unexpected mold discoveries or fire damage, when things couldn't be worse, we come to you with our best. With empathy, local expertise, and a truck full of seriously powerful equipment. 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE of North Dakota. Restoring what matters most. 701-670-2022.